All right, in my last video, this is Elon QP on the YT here. I showed you that I bought this video from Poppy Stamp. I mean, not this video, this die set from Poppy Stamps, and it makes an Easel card. So I thought, let's make one. Let's make one. So you are going to need an extended platform and able to cut the main die here because it's long. It was longer than my platform that I use in my junior. So I used the full-size Gemini and I cut it out of some paper tray, select white. So I got that. I also cut this one out of paper tray, select white. It's really sturdy. I took the paper that they sent me and I cut a piece out of that and I cut a second piece. That's this one, the backer here. Wanted something sturdy because it's the part that stands up on the easel card. And then I wanted the other die cuts to match the paper. So I got my Copics out and my Copics are all swatched on a ring so that I can flip through, hold it to the paper. And I chose B66 and B69. I'm going to airbrush color these. So let me get my airbrush set up and I'll be right back. So what I have here is an old Cricut sheet, and I have my test paper here because I want it to stick down, and then once I see that the color is correct, I can drop my die cuts in and color them. So let me get them out the way. And I have a Copic airbrush hookup. And this is the adapter, and I have it hooked up to a compressor that I bought from Harbor Freight for $60 because I'm just not going to spend all that money. And this is B69, which might be a little dark, but we're going to find out. This might get loud. I don't know. If you hear it, that's the compressor. I'm going to test down here. Yeah, I think that might be too dark in order, but now I think I'm going to be okay maybe with that one. 69. Let's try B66. Not really a whole lot of difference. I'm gonna go with the lighter one just cause. So then what I want to do is drop these in and let them be held to the sticky. There we go. Almost. Give it a good press. And I'm gonna back up so that I can get a light. Okay. Just spray, sweeping. It takes a minute. I'm kind of liking the little dots, seeing as my background paper is polka dots. So could I have ink blended this? Quite. Yep, I could have. So here's what happens with Copics. As you layer them over the top of each other, it gets darker and darker. This one blew out. I'm gonna put you back. So we need you because you caused the easel to stand up. All right, that's enough for us to get a look, right? I don't want it to blow up, to dry out, so I'm gonna put the cap back on my. All right, let's see. And if I don't like it, what I can do is take the Copic marker and hit it a little bit, which I think I will. So that was 66 that I used. I'm gonna take my brush in. Go over it because I think I wanted a little more solid. So I want my blender pen. And give it an even, let it even out a little bit. Do some blending. There you go. Kind of like that. Get a full stroke across. So there they are. Let's construct. So what I did, we'll make sure that the alcohol on this desk is dry. All right. So I folded it in the die puts the embossing in there for you. So I folded that one forward. I folded that one backward. So then what I want to do, I like to use glue. This is some art glitter glue in my own little thing. I mean, I arted it up, and I'm going to put art glitter glue, good amount there. And then what I want to do is line these up. I'm going to let that hold for a minute so it sets up good. It already springs up. And then I want this piece. And I think I might be sorry. Let me do it on a scrap first. Yep, B66. Just wanted to see what edging it would look like. It looks good, so I think I will try to do it. Get stuff out the way. Just going around the edges. So what if I go over? It's okay to me. Just to be your level of what you can tolerate. Trying to give up on that perfectionism. And then I want to match this up. And we'll put down some glue. Put it down. And then you really want to match it up. Press that down, let it set up. And what I noticed here is I didn't do a really good job of lining it up at the top. So I'm just going to remedy the look of that a little bit with my marker. Kind of a good thing I decided to go around the edge, huh? When I do this, I like to come from behind if I'm not laying it down on the table, so that way if the marker slips, it slips behind and not over the top of what I'm doing. So I'm a little more happy with that. And then I'm going to glue this down, but I'm only going to glue the oval. So I'd like to keep the other pieces free to move. Let's do that. Let the Chucky hold it down. And I've got some thin foam tape that I'm going to use for my riser. And I'm going to use my pokey tool that I have stood up in a glue bottle holder because I don't use the glue bottle holder, but it works real well for holding my pokey tool. And I put my little lid that I have on my pokey tool under there because if you keep air off of sharp things, they stay sharp longer. So got all my little pieces off, and now I need to decide where it is that I want this to stand at. And I think there is good. Now, what I could do, and what I have just decided to do, is hold off on that and cut me another backer out of the paper. I did not resume the video, but what I did do was I took the two pieces. I took this piece that we colored and this piece that we colored, and I cut them in half so that they would take up more of the real estate on the front and get rid of some of this white space. And this is my die cut. One friend can change your life. And I have glued that on, and now we're going to glue it to our front. And then we'll be ready for just a few little bit of embellishment. I'll let that sit there and grab some. I have these diamond dots, and this color is number 8124. Let's zoom in a tad. And I think on these little berries is a good spot for the diamond dots. And my crystal katana. That fell off somewhere. So I like it. Clean off that nozzle a little tiny bit. So I love these little diamond dots. A lot of bang for your buck. They're not terribly expensive. At least they work for me. Yep. I'm trying to decide if I want some gold there, and I think I do. To keep going with the gold, give the gold a second place to live in the design. We have some really sparkly gold ones, diamond dots. These are 7007. I got mine at Joann's. Maybe not as many up here because that gold is really sparkly. Nope. I like the little bit of gold. All right. So there it is. And the sentiment was generated by myself on my computer and foiled. So there you have it. As always, I leave you in the hands of the Creator, and I am always blessed if you like and subscribe. Thank you.